Now on Sunrise and streaming on crossroadstoday.com. Leaders weigh financial options for vital community upgrades and repairs. And the latest on the winter weather impacting millions across the country. Plus, what you need to know if you're flying out of Victoria this holiday season.
And if you weren't a fan of yesterday's kind of dreary weather, well, guess what? The sun is back today to warm us up a little bit, but just for a day because the clouds and rain are back tomorrow. All about the weather coming up.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and welcome to your Giving Tuesday morning.
Giving Tuesday morning. It's the month of giving in December.
And if the outdoors are giving you the chills, there are a few warming centers that are opening this morning.
That's
few
right.
Opening in just 30 minutes.
Yeah, just 29
and
minutes.
Christ Kitchen opened at 5, so if it's chilly, go ahead and head indoors.
Hey, it's just okay if you think it's chilly out there, because it is safe to say it is kind of cold out there right now. This morning we are starting out the day quite literally we're just gonna say cold and chilly, because we're starting out in the 30s. Yeah, the 30s down here in South Texas. You also bundle up. 39 degrees right now, and that's out in Victoria County. Temperatures in the city of Victoria running about 1 degree warmer than that. You can see that right here on our ticker. 40 degrees right here reported right outside the station on Navarro, but ooh, it's a bit of a chilly one out there, and with winds, we have a wind out there. Let's talk about that wind chill here in just a second, because everyone else just about the same, upper 30s this morning. Got a couple trying to sneak into the mid 30s in our northern counties, and our folks and friends on the coast, low 40s, being next to that warm Gulf water. And if you thought that was chilly, the North Texas areas, they're in the 20s, 21. They were actually earlier in the teens up in Amarillo, if I'm not mistaken, earlier. But like I was saying, let's talk about the winds. We've had wind gusts reported up to 15 miles an hour at times, bringing us wind chills near or now below freezing. So if you're sending your kiddos at the door this morning, pack them that jacket, but also some sunglasses, because guess what? The sun is coming back today to slowly warm us up. And we'll have all those details next.
The City of Victoria is getting ready for a big round of street and public safety upgrades, including the Bon Air Street reconstruction project in 2026. To help fund the projects, the council will consider issuing $12 million in certificates of obligation. The vote tonight on a resolution to start publishing notice of the debt on September 10th. The funding would cover street and sidewalk work, drainage improvements, public safety projects, and park upgrades. City leaders say Victoria has the debt capacity to handle the $12 million without impacting its financial health. Also on the agenda for tonight's City Council meeting, the Council will hear a water system review subcommittee update from City Manager Jesus Garza. On the consent agenda, an ordinance amending the 2025-2026 budget to carry outstanding financial commitments as of September 30th of this year. The obligations are orders or contracts charged to last year's budget, but not completed by the end of the fiscal year. The city is carrying over more than $30 million in obligations. The council meets at 5 p.m. at 107 West Wallen Street in Council Chambers. If you're planning some holiday travel, the Victoria Regional Airport is rolling out a deal that could help you cut your costs. Victoria County Commissioners approved a promotion giving all city and county residents a $100 reimbursement on a round-trip flight from Victoria to Houston.
So what we're doing for the holidays is from December 1st up until January the 6th, anybody who books a flight and completes the flight from here to Houston and back can apply for a return of $100.
Flyers must show proof of residency, a booking receipt from United, and either a screenshot or a paper copy of both boarding passes in order to qualify for the reimbursement. The last day to turn in requests for reimbursement will be January 31st. County commissioners voted to lift the burn ban. The ban had been in effect since early October. With recent rain finally easing drought conditions, officials say it's safe to end the restrictions effective immediately. Goliad County commissioners are allowing outside burning as of Monday, rescinding a ban first issued on September the 8th. The emergency management says burn barrel regulations are still in effect. Now to another blast of winter-like weather from the Midwest to the Northeast. ABC Sophie Flay has the details as at least 22 states are under weather alerts.
This morning, a powerful cross-country storm is slamming millions before making its way to the Northeast. Heavy snow making for treacherous travel on the roads. Drivers in Chicago digging out.
Keep cautious because there's skies spinning out.
In Oklahoma, freezing rain and ice contributing to more than 350 crashes and at least 3 deaths. Multiple vehicles flipping upside down. This truck carrying diesel fuel crashing and landing on its side. The weather also snarling air travel with thousands of delays and cancellations post-Thanksgiving.
I'm trying to leave since Saturday, but all flights were canceled.
In the Northeast, crews are gearing up with salt trucks and plows, bracing for heavy snow expected to hit during rush hour in Pittsburgh this morning. 3 to 6 inches of snow are expected across the Ohio Valley, but up to a foot could fall across interior sections of Pennsylvania, New York, and up to Maine. The storm brings rain for the big cities along the I-95 corridor, from D.C. to New York City and Boston. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Here in Victoria, those who are vulnerable to weather conditions can warm up at a few places this morning. The Salvation Army, located at 1302 North Lewis Street, opens in just about half an hour at 7 a.m. And Christ Kitchen, located at 611 East Warren Avenue, opened at 5 this morning. And the Midcoast Family Services Resource Hub, located at 2103 North Depot Street, will open at 7. To learn more, come to crossroadstoday.com. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is calling for a full travel ban on certain countries. Noem posted her comments on social media after meeting with the president on Monday. It's unclear which countries could face a travel ban. Noem's remarks came just days after investigators identified an Afghan national as the suspect in the shooting of 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C. last week. For more local news, weather, and sports, come to crossroadstoday.com. It's now 6:37 on our Tuesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now Sunrise. Controversy stirs over fundraising efforts linked to a local health program.
I'm ABC's Perry Russman. Washington lawmakers on Capitol Hill are launching investigations after the Pentagon is accused of a war crime. That story coming up.
And also coming up next after the break in the short-term forecast. I know it's a little bit chilly out there right now, but later today with the sun coming up, it will warm up. So coming up next, we'll take a look and see how warm it'll be near you. Well, good morning, Crossroads, and happy Tuesday. Well, I think it's safe to say yesterday was a bit of a kind of gross and dreary day, and if you're kind of like me, not a big fan of that kind of weather, well, great news for just today. The sun is coming back, and you heard me talking about that earlier. So here's what's going on. Looking at your future tracker, morning time all the way through about noon. I think we're going to be looking mostly sunny, which means there will be about maybe 20% cloud cover, maybe a couple passing clouds, but still sunny. So make sure you got your sunglasses packed for today, because for the rest of the afternoon, we're going to be looking just mainly sunny, as you can see right here. Pretty sunny, maybe 1 or 2 clouds up there somewhere. And we'll remain pretty clear, mostly clear all the way through the rest of the evening, up until the overnight, because watch this. Here's midnight. I'm just going to press play, and here we go. There's the clouds that I was talking about that was with us yesterday. Well, what's happening is we had a cold front that came through this previous weekend. That's right now stalled all the way down here in the central Gulf, and that has actually turned into a stalled stationary front. But over the weekend, over the next few days, the winds are going to shift back out of the south, and that's going to push that into a warm front, and all that warm, humid air will turn up back on top of us, bringing us our cloud cover for tomorrow, Wednesday, and also rain chances for tomorrow night, which we'll look at later. Because under the sun today, looking for a high of 58 in Victoria, much better than yesterday. That's 12 degrees below where we're supposed to be. Everyone else about the same, upper 50s for highs today, and low temperatures tonight, most of us dropping down to the low 40s. So continue to bundle up, because it will stay chilly for most of this week, and that's thanks to cold fronts, clouds, and rain. And we'll look at all of that next.
The Yoakum Bulldogs are a Crossroads team known for their athletic ability throughout their roster. And later this week in their 4th round matchup, they look to build on that strength and advance further in the postseason. On Friday night, the Bulldogs faced off against the Hardin Hornets, and it was a second-half eruption for Yoakum. Starting with defense, after Hardin only put up a field goal and a touchdown in the first half, they were held scoreless in the second half. Meanwhile, Yoakum scored 3 touchdowns in the second half, leading them to a 28-10 victory. This Friday, the Bulldogs will take on the reigning state champions, Columbus, in the state quarterfinal at Bastrop Memorial Stadium. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Best of luck to the Bulldogs and best of luck to the other 5 remaining Crossroads teams in a round 4 showdown. But that does it for your 25 News Now Sports. Until next time, I'm Ray Robinson.
Experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can stream our daily newscast and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. Now to the pressure building on Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. ABC's Perry Russom is in Washington as investigations open into a strike on survivors aboard a suspected Venezuelan drug boat.
This morning, lawmakers in both the House and Senate launching investigations into accusations of a war crime allegedly carried out by the Pentagon.
We're going to conduct oversight, and we're going to try to get to the facts.
It comes after deadly strikes in September against suspected drug traffickers off the coast of Venezuela. This video shows the first strike. The Washington Post reports at the start of the operation, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth ordered his team to kill everybody on board the boat. The Post reports a second strike targeted 2 survivors clinging to the wreckage. Hegseth calling that report fabricated. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill citing international law that prohibits killing enemy combatants who no longer pose a threat. The White House confirming there was more than 1 strike on the boat, saying Hegseth authorized the mission's commander, Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley, to conduct them.
Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law, directing the engagement to ensure the boat was destroyed and the threat to the United States of America was eliminated.
Hegseth writing online, let's make one thing crystal clear. Admiral Mitch Bradley is an American hero, a true professional, and has my 100% support. Hegseth also facing backlash for this post, showing a meme of the cartoon character Franklin the Turtle firing at boats from a helicopter.
This is serious business. I mean, even if it's justified, even if it's right, seriously, you're killing me. And this is your response to tweet out some joke about a cartoon turtle.
It comes amid rising tension in the Caribbean. President Trump ramping up pressure on Venezuela and alleged drug cartels. U.S. military activity seen yesterday in nearby Puerto Rico. Back to the airstrikes. We have not heard from Admiral Bradley on what happened on Thursday. He is expected to brief lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Perry Russom, ABC News, Washington.
A Christmas tree donation in Victoria opens some questions, raising the alarm for residents and the Victoria County Public Health Department. 25 News reporter Trenton Whiting has more.
The Victoria County Public Health Center's HIV and AIDS Resource Program, or HARP, has been receiving trees like this one since 2011. A private donation from one Sky Sanchez, who says she once had a role with the health department under the direction of Derek Neal. This year, she took to the public to seek $350 for 2 trees, citing her former role and the department itself, sparking controversy. According to Department Director David Gonzalez, residents called in, worried about the legitimacy of her calls for funds. In a statement, the department says it will not solicit funds from the public, and they are in no way associated with Sanchez's efforts to fundraise. Even further, they denied the donation, with Director Gonzalez saying they cannot associate themselves with any solicitation attempts, regardless of the intent. Over $100 had been raised, which Sanchez says has already been returned to the original donors.
Sanchez says she'll try donating a tree to the department next year, but also says she understands their decision. She cited the quote, she cited their amazing work that they have done in the past 20 years, and she says she's still disappointed by the result. If you see news happening, let us know. Call the number on your screen or email us your news tips at staff@crossroadstoday.com. It's now 6:46 on our Tuesday morning. Still to come on Sunrise. A new study raises questions about the right age for children to get smartphones, what parents need to know. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Mary Jane. Happy birthday, sister. May you be blessed with many more birthdays and happy and healthy years. Live every day to the fullest. Love you from your sister.
Happy birthday, Mary Jane, and also happy birthday to Joanna. Happy birthday, Sissy. Have a great day.
And happy birthday to Kaza. Happy second birthday to our beautiful grandson. Happy birthday from Lolly and Pop, Momo, Popo, Sissy, Bubba, and AJ. We love you. And Kaza actually won our birthday cake giveaway today, so we'll be in touch, Kaza.
That's right. Happy birthday, Kaza. And oh, baby, happy birthday to Britney. I probably did that wrong again. Happy birthday to Britney Spears, who's turning 44 today. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, you can come to crossroadstoday.com. Just click the drop-down menu, then click the Home tab, and then you'll see Submit Your Birthday Photo.
You were referencing a song, but it was a different song.
Yeah, it was a different
artist.
Close.
The time is now 6:47 on our Tuesday morning. Happy birthday to Lee if you're up and about, and happy birthday to you if you're celebrating one today.
That's right. Happy birthday. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. I'm sure a lot of y'all saw the 7-day forecast a few moments ago, and you saw what we were talking about, how the cloud cover and the rain chances are coming back for the next about 3, maybe 4 days. And we're talking about mainly for Wednesday night. That's when our rain chances are going to rise to 60%, as you can see right there, Wednesday night. And then all the way through Thursday afternoon, Thursday morning, mainly Thursday morning, I'm thinking, but Friday morning and maybe Friday afternoon, we're going to continue that rain chance at 40 and 50% for scattered showers around the area. Not expecting anything in terms of thunderstorms because, well, there's just not enough energy in our atmosphere to do that, mainly because we're not warm enough for that. As you can see, we're going to be looking at high temperatures sticking in the 50s and 60s for the next several days, with one day, Undia, in the 70s. Sunday, it's actually looking like a near perfect day if you ask me. A high of 73 underneath mostly sunny skies. But we do have 2 cold fronts, and that's what's going to keep us cooler these next several days with our low temperatures in the 40s and 50s. So definitely make sure to continue bundling up. But also make sure that you've got your umbrella ready to go because, well, for tomorrow night and also Thursday and Friday, because that's when our chances are high. But why we have rain chances the next few days and the cloud cover and sunny skies for one day, it's because of this. Earlier, like I said, we had a cold front this weekend. That is all the way down here right about now, and it's stationary, but it's going to turn into a warm front over the next 24 hours and recede back inland, bringing back our cloud cover. And like I said, our rain chances, which will mainly be here, I'm thinking, for Wednesday night and a little bit into Thursday morning, as you can see right here. And we'll look at all that more later on Sunrise.
Now to new research on smartphones. ABC's Hannah Battah has more on the potential health risk of giving a young child a phone.
It's a question so many parents face. How old should your child be before getting them a smartphone? Now, a study in the journal Pediatrics finds children who had a smartphone before the age of 12 were at a higher risk for depression, obesity, and insufficient sleep than those who did not yet have one. Researchers also finding the younger a child is when they get a smartphone, the higher their risk for developing those issues.
Most kids by age 12 already had a smartphone. The median age was 11. The kids with having a smartphone overall was associated with worse outcomes.
While researchers stop short of recommending a specific age for phone readiness, doctors say the decision comes down to weighing the benefits of a phone against a child's maturity and level of responsibility.
We need to be thinking about their health, online exposure, potential addictive behavior, and how owning a smartphone might affect their long-term health.
A smartphone does have its benefits, such as increased connectivity and access to information. But doctors say parents should impose rules to limit potential harm, like no phones at dinner or at bedtime, and make sure kids still take part in activities not requiring phones.
We want less devices, less screens, more childhood.
While the study only shows an association between phone use and those health conditions, not a direct cause, researchers recommend parents talk to their child's doctor to determine when they're ready for a phone. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. The countdown to streaming a controversial story now tangled in legal disputes. Attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs have sent a cease and desist letter to Netflix demanding it not release a docuseries featuring Combs. Sean Combs' The Reckoning was scheduled to start streaming today. In a statement provided to CNN, a spokesperson for Combs accused Netflix of using, quote, stolen footage never authorized for release. The docuseries director says the filmmaking team obtained the footage legally. Cyber Monday on track to be a record breaker. Adobe Analytics says when the receipts are added up, online shoppers will likely have spent somewhere around $14 billion on Monday. The shopping frenzy ramping up through the evening with $16 million expected to pass through online shopping carts every minute. The company behind everything from Sharpie pens to Yankee candles now says it will lay off over 900 people, 10% of its workforce. Layoffs at Newell Brands will start this month, the company crediting automation and AI for the job cuts. Pope Leo greeted some of the survivors of the deadly port explosion in Beirut and relatives of the victims. The double explosion occurred on August 4th, 2020, killing over 200 people, injuring another 7,000 and leaving 300,000 individuals homeless. The Prime Minister welcomed the Pope, who paused briefly for a moment of silent prayer before the monument commemorating the victims of the explosion. The World Health Organization is now recommending GLP-1 drugs for adults trying to manage obesity. The recommendation is a remarkable shift from how the WHO has historically approached obesity. However, the organization says it is not a singular answer, that GLP-1s combined with a healthy diet, physical activity, and counseling can be an effective form of long-term treatment. We want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And Parker is saying it is very, very, very cold outside. So if you're suffering out there, there are 2 warming shelters just about to open in just a few minutes.
That's actually absolutely correct, Carl. In fact, in about a minute and a half exactly, we're looking at those warming shelters really starting to open up out there. And we're opening up those warming shelters, y'all, because this morning we first of all got a nice, lovely, pretty sunrise, but behind that sunrise, it is, like Carl just said, a very cold morning, 38 degrees. And if that's not cold enough for you, the wind chill is now officially down to freezing. We're going to look at that in a second. I was just looking at the readings a second ago. You can see everyone this morning starting out the day in the chilly upper 30s, some in the low 40s, getting close to the warm Gulf water on the coast. But like I was saying, with winds right now between 5 to 10 miles an hour, we're all looking for near or below freezing wind chill values out there right now. It is actually 32 right now for the wind chill in Victoria, not 33. I'm not sure why that hasn't updated yet. But for today, it will warm up, I promise. I know it's chilly out there now, but the sun's coming up. You just saw it. We'll heat up to 58 for the high in Port Lavaca, so not too bad of a day. Still a little bit cool, so grab that jacket and keep it on you. 58 for the high in Victoria, and pretty much the exact same weather all around for Cuero as well. We're looking for a high 58 as well. So y'all make sure to bundle up because it will be a little bit cool for the rest of this week. High sticking in, well, 60s, a couple days, there might be one day in the 70s, and also, of course, a few more days of rain and clouds on the way as well.
Thank you for being with us this morning. Join Shana, Don, Maclovio, and Max today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.